It is so very important that business owners document their sales. You issue proper receipts, you document the tax collected so that whenever it is time for you to audit or to remit, there's not going to be any problem. So, after a lot of iterations and revision, here is the final version of the inventory management system. And it is running in the local host. Of course, it's in production and we've been using it for the past 2 weeks. I just want to show how it works and the things that we have been able to accomplish. So, this is the dashboard. It shows the models, the revenue, and just what is necessary, what is needed at the first glance whenever you want to know the status of your things. And we have the inventory. The inventory it contains the list of what you have, and basically we have it as a grouped view or as a card view. The grouped view means that all similar items are grouped underneath a particular umbrella. Let me just put it like that. Then you can toggle down to see the whole units that you have under each group. This is just an example. We can have an iPhone 14 128 gigabytes with different IMEI. The distinguishing factor or the distinguishing attributes is the IMEI mostly. Sometimes the battery health, sometimes the color. Yes, the IMEI, the color basically. And underneath laptop, it's always the serial number. Yes, it's always the serial number and the internal storage and maybe the distinguishing features, probably the presence of fingerprint, screen touch, keyboard lights, and the likes. So that is the inventory as a group view. And as a card view, it shows all the item as a unit. It shows all the item as a unit. So this is what we have. This is what we have. We can edit the products and we can delete the products. You can track the sales and it is being grouped by dates. Each day you can have an overview of the total sales recorded and you can view it. You can preview you can preview the receipt and you can also download the receipt. You can add new sale, just pick the item that you want to sell. You can search for customer and if the customer is not already existing, you can add a new customer, then you save. After saving, the customer after saving the customer gets automatically added to the database. Then I will still come back to this VAT later. Then you can complete the sale. Let me just complete the sale for testing sake. So after completion, you can come to your customers. That means all the customers that we have in in our database. The customer returns. You can fill in a new return. After filling the new return, it's going to be approved. Suppliers are the people that they get the items from, and customers are the people that they sell to. Purchase order, supplier returns. While warranty and guarantee exist on products, there's no 100% assurance that there will not always be a faulty product or even way beyond repair. So that is what we file in under defects. You can add from stock or add the manual entry. The manual entry works that in an event whereby the defect, the phone probably it's totally damaged, but the parts are still working. Maybe the motherboard is faulty, and then you still have some salvageable parts, maybe the screen, the charging port, or some other useful items. As in the case of laptop, maybe the casing, the keyboard, and some other parts. So that is when we are unable to retrieve the IMEI or the serial number for us to add in stock. We just put it as a manual entry. Then you can put the defect type and you report the defect. Of course, it is not going to work because I didn't include any item. Probably I should just test. So transactions. Transactions is the way we track the running cost and the earnings. So we can record this is what comes in, this is what came inside, this is our expenses. In case of a deficit, it is going to show you, but in case of we still have substantive amounts, it is going to show you. So you can record an earnings, you can record expenses. Let me just, for instance, 20,000. It is going to offset the deficit. Let me just say top up. It is going to offset the deficit and it's going to show the balance. That is, it is blue. So good retrieval it is when we deliberately go and withdraw some items from people that we sold to. This tax report, it's actually a way to track for your the tax that you will be remitting to the revenue service, the federal government, or what have you. So it's, for instance, now when you want to complete a sale, when you want to complete a sale, there is a 7.5% automatic tax that gets applied. So, for instance, let me come to sale and try to complete a sale. You see a tax of 42,000 naira being applied. So, as a business owner that you sell, it is by the Nigerian Tax Act, which has been enforced since the inception of this year, that you should charge a 7.5% tax on your item that is going to be remitted later on. So, as a way to track your tax, a particular tab exists so that you can have a properly documented tax information. Because now it is so very important that business owners document their sales. You issue proper receipts, you document the tax collected so that whenever it is time for you to audit or to remit, there's not going to be any problem. So here you can see the, as at December, no sale, no tax were recorded. But as at January, so you can see the tax and you can see the amount that you have to remit. It's on a monthly basis and you can toggle the days that you want. And pretty much that's it. So the next thing that will be done to this project, it is to simplify it further because it keeps getting better. We'll keep improving to simplify it, to make it as easy as ABC to use, and to make it very sophisticated and very encompassing than the traditional or regular ways whereby business manage their inventory. So any further updates, I'm going to put it out. And if you want to build something very similar, you can reach out to me. I'm going to build a tailored inventory management system, no matter the structure of your business, the outlet that you have, no matter, just reach out to me and we'll get your inventory management system running as soon as possible, and secure as possible, and as useful as possible. Thank you very much. See you in the next.